10 seconds, 5 seconds. Start. Good education is as essential as food and water to get by in today's world, defined as it is by competition and change. Government schools provide education for free, but because its quality is unsatisfactory, even the poorest Indians try to send their children to private schools which are perceived to offer better services. Any notion that private schools are the preserve of the elite is thoroughly disabused by a new Central Square Foundation report which takes a comprehensive look at data on the sector. It highlights that 70% of students in these schools pay less than rupees 1000 a month as fees and 45% pay less than rupees 500, with a majority of the sector thus falling in the low fee or affordable category. Nearly 50% of the country's children are now in private schools. They are widespread in rural India as well. They proliferate across low income states like Uttar Pradesh as well as high income ones like Punjab and Haryana. It is in keeping with the aspirational character that a high 42% of them offer English as a medium of instruction as opposed to 10% of government schools. The tragedy is that too many of these schools are also following the promise of providing quality education. The aforementioned English medium can prove illusory. Learning outcomes have declined or stagnated over the last decade. Still, the report finds that children in India's private schools perform better than their government counterparts at reading and maths. Plus, outcomes are achieved at a third of the government expenditure. Obviously, it is imperative to lift learning outcomes in private schools alongside government schools. Only an ecosystem in which both thrive can do justice to 100% of India's children. A major overhaul of the regulatory mindset is needed to this end. Consider how casually various states have restricted private schools from collecting fees amidst the COVID crisis, unmindful of how this is pushing them closer to closure. In the same vein, the sector's non-profit mandate discourages investment and feeds corruption. This is also the general impact of onerous rules for private schools infrastructure, even as these do little to measure or improve learning quality. All these reins need loosening. The report correctly suggests that what governments should facilitate instead are learning outcome indicators evenly applied to private and public schools.